Hello, welcome to a kind of weird video. It's not my normal content. Today I am making bread, or at least attempting to. I've made bread a few times and it's gone okay, but I'm determined to actually make good bread for sandwiches. So we're making focaccia bread. I think that's how you pronounce it. This video is filmed a little bit weird. We're on my iPad because the fans come on in the kitchen every now and then. So you kind of need the mic in order to hear me. Otherwise, you would just hear the fans. So that is why we're a little bit grainy. Got the mic. We're working on getting a mic for my phone. It uses a different port. I also don't really have the budget for a camera quite yet, but we are working there. This is my first time filming with a mic, so you're gonna have to excuse any noises that you might hear because I might forget about it and hit it. I have this recipe by Alexandra Cooks. They claim it's the easiest focaccia bread. So we're gonna follow it and see what happens. Why is it so hard getting to the written recipe? I am not in the mood to get out my scale. So we're gonna go with cups and teaspoons. Let me get the ingredients. We have flour, salt. They called for kosher salt. I have iodized salt. Is that the same? I don't really know, but it's the only salt that I have, so it's gonna have to work. I have instant yeast. What else do I need? Water. Okay. In a large bowl, whisk the flour, salt, and instant yeast. Add this water. Using a regular spatula, mix until the liquid is absorbed. Cover it, let it rest for 30 minutes, stretch and fold the dough. Okay, I can do that. I've got this bowl, but it's not nearly big enough, so we're bringing out the big bowl. Let's start. Putting you guys down there because that's where my iPad sits. So we need to add the flour, salt, and instant yeast. So we need 4 cups of flour. I only have AP flour. I don't think it really matters though, so maybe it does. I'm not a bread expert. This is like my 3rd time making bread, and the other times I made it was during COVID, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But everyone was making bread during COVID, so I just thought, yeah, try it. It didn't go that well, surprisingly. It's 1 cup of flour. Now I need to refill the flour. Luckily, we have more. 3 cups. 4 cups. I really hope this comes out good. 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt. I don't like when recipes are like, you can kind of make your own estimates. I am pretty salt tolerant, so I think we'll do 2 and just see there. We'll just see what that makes. And then we need 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. 1. Yeah, that's about 2-ish. Now we whisk it all together. And now we add water. We need 2 cups of lukewarm water. Now I'm not gonna combine water, I'm just gonna... It was about lukewarm, I think. This is the biggest that we own, so I guess it's gonna be like this. I mean, it smells like bread. The reason I want to do this is I want to learn to make bread instead of buying bread all the time, because bread is a little expensive sometimes. I was at the store the other day, well, by the other day I mean a few weeks ago, and they had this, what was it? Caramelized onion focaccia bread? So good. I ate it so quickly. I did have it in sandwiches, so it wasn't just me eating bread, although I definitely would if I could get away with it. But I don't think my boyfriend would be pleased because we bought it for sandwiches, and if I don't use it for the sandwich purpose, I feel a bit bad for eating all the bread. He got maybe 1 slice. I decided I'm going to learn to make this bread. Oh god. 1 because it's tasty and it looks simpler than like a sourdough. And then also it's my boyfriend's favorite bread. So, and I also saw that you can do a lot of things with focaccia bread, so I really wanted to make something that you can do a lot with. This is what we have so far. Bread. I think even if this doesn't turn out great, I think it's still gonna taste good. I don't think my bread during COVID was perfect, but that's okay. It still tasted great, so. I also just remembered that they had us make bread for one of my classes, which was about sustainability kind of, and it was like, make bread. So I did make bread in the past 4 years. Turned out okay. I also made pizza dough. That turned out not great. It just said cover it, so I'm assuming just with this. I feel like everyone was like cover it with like a damp cloth, but it just says cover it. So just gonna cover it. I don't know if it's supposed to double what this is gonna do, but I'm just following the recipe step by step. That's what it looks like before, and I guess we'll see if it doubles or does anything. I'm gonna clean up, and I will see you guys in 30 minutes. It has been half an hour. I would like to report I did nothing except just scroll on my phone, but I cleaned the kitchen, so I'm excited to see how this turned out. I haven't looked at it yet, so big reveal. I hope it did something. I think it doubled. Am I crazy? I think it doubled, or maybe it just settled. Do we think this doubled? I think it expanded at least a little bit. I think the damp cloth might be the way to go, but it didn't say it. It just said cover. Okay. Stretch and fold the dough. Grab an edge of the dough and pull it upwards and towards the center. Repeat this stretching and folding process 8 to 10 times, moving your hand around the edge of the dough with every set of stretch and folds. Okay, I can do that. Let's wash with a wet hand. I don't know how best to show you guys this, but pick it up and in, up and in. And we're just gonna keep going. I wish I had like an overhead shot, but my tripod is for my phone. Just get me showing you this. I can kind of feel it becoming cohesive, like it said. I'm not really sure how long to do this, so I'm just gonna go around until I feel like it's cohesive enough for my liking. It's definitely becoming less sticky. Becomes sticky and shaggy to smooth and cohesive. I'm not really sure what smooth and cohesive mean. I think it's smooth and cohesive. Maybe I should have watched the video and what she had me do. No matter. I'll come better prepared next time by actually fully reading and watching the recipe, but I feel like I keep making this worse. Hi! Here we have a visitor. He just wanted to see what I was making. Off he goes. Just making bread. He actually got off his bed to come take a look at what I was doing and leave. Good enough, I guess. I don't really know. Bread. Now, my next task is rub the surface of the dough lightly with olive oil. It's kind of fun just playing with the dough, actually. Okay, and cover the bowl with plastic wrap for at least 12 hours. It is important the dough is really slick with olive oil, especially if you're not using a hard lid. If you do not slick the dough with enough oil, you risk the dough drying out and forming a crust over the top layer. Ooh, okay. How much olive oil do you think that is? olive oil. We're just gonna... One of the things that's my least favorite about focaccia is just how much oil is in it, but I guess it's needed. I think I'd rather put too much on for my first batch than not enough, just to learn, I guess, how much olive oil you actually need. Oh, I'm really worried about this. Pop up on the screen what it's looking like. I don't know, I think I should have watched the video, but it's kind of fun just going in blind. Be enough olive oil, right? And I'll cover it and set it overnight. I'm gonna try to make sure this is like double wrapped extra well. So I'm gonna wrap it once this way. I apologize for these cling wrap noises going on here. And then I'm going to wrap it once the other way. Ta-da! I am so nervous about this. Ta-da! Wrapped. Oh, let me not move it. I was gonna show you what it looks like by tipping the bowl at you, but I didn't want to ruin my olive oil. So, another video of what it looks like over here. It looks okay. I was not prepared for how different this is from like the other bread, like the sourdough that I made, because I remember it got like bubbly and big. I don't know. Where do I put this? In the fridge. That was the start of making this. I hope I did it well. And I guess I don't know what I'm gonna use this for. Maybe if it needs like a second proof or something tomorrow, I'll use that. But for now, we're just gonna let her sit, and I will see you whenever I choose to make the bread. We're getting voiceover Shaylee for the rest of this because my boyfriend is there and I got him to help me. We started off by buttering our pan and then adding some olive oil. I felt like this was a lot of olive oil at this point, but I didn't want to ruin the recipe, so I just followed it. You have to like pull the dough inward, and here's my boyfriend attempting it. It's not exactly what you're supposed to do, but I did it off camera. Then we put the bread in the pan and let it sit for, I think, 4 hours. And this is kind of what it was. Kind of flat, boring. I should have shaken it to fit the edges of the pan. We came back after 4 hours and it definitely rose a lot. It had a bit of a crust on it, which I was super hesitant to touch, but it wasn't too bad. And then came more olive oil. This started seeming excessive at this point. You can see how much olive oil I had. Next time I would definitely scale back on it. But this was the fun bit. You get to poke it and you can see how happy I was to do this. It was a very different experience and it was very fun to do. After this I salted it and then put it into the oven, and that was about it. It was a struggle getting it out of the pan, but we eventually did it, and it wasn't as bubbly as I would like it, but that might be due to me not knowing how to fold it properly towards the beginning. It tasted okay. My boyfriend really liked it. I think it would be good on sandwiches. I think I'm going to attempt this again with less olive oil, more salt, and then once I kind of get this basic one down, I think I'm going to try to make a fun bread. And I'm still thinking about that caramelized onion focaccia bread that I had. So stay tuned for fun bread in the future. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!